just such a rare project that brings together people, volunteers from 6 law firms, 4 corporations, 3 law schools, involving lawyers, involving non-lawyer tech specialists and data specialists, all in the service of a big idea that can really transform what's happening on the ground with respect to the fairness of our courts and the promise of access to justice.
The Justice Index is a remarkable tool that advocates can use and are using to improve justice systems around the country. It compiles data on 120 indicators with basically about 5,000 data points, and that gives advocates the information that they need to enable them to argue effectively based on data and information as to where the weaknesses are in different state court systems, access to justice, and also what the potential is.
Mississippi rated poorly on the Access to Justice Index, and that's something that we were certainly not happy about and now have a real desire to try to improve our status. We are actively engaging every member of our commission as well as our provider members. We're excited about it. We look forward to having ways to more concretely look at our work and think about how we can do better as a state to really bring about access to justice for all.
There was a team of 5 or 6 lawyers from Simpson spread out over a number of offices, and we were really involved in basically collecting the data, the information that forms the guts of the Justice Index. So it was sending written questionnaires to state court officials, to legal services providers in the different states, following up with them on their answers, gathering the information and compiling it so it could be put into the actual Justice Index.
The Deloitte team helped define what the methodology was going to be to convert all of the data and qualitative data that was collected into, ultimately we wanted a number, an index that we could use to rank the different states. I remember a workshop early on, and we were working through kind of literally converting the research that was done into numbers. And it was very quiet and everyone was serious and engaged, but there was also this kind of underlying energy in the room.
This project really enabled us to impact people. And so at Deloitte, when we put forth the application to spend time on pro bono and this specific initiative, it was a lot around, the team and the people and the ability to gel, our law firms and our clients, but also kind of how we impacted from that perspective.
You kind of have to have a very forward-looking vision, if you will, of what is going to be the actual outcome of a particular project, pro bono project we've taken on. With the index, we saw immediate reaction. And it was surprising because it's uncommon and it felt wonderful.
I think that we can sustain this effort in years to come, in a way holding up a mirror to the justice system so that we don't lose track of what is so important and what ultimately we can follow by using this approach, which relies on this just immense engine of volunteerism.
We can't go forward unless we know where we are. That's what the Justice Index does. It tells us where we are today in relation to access to justice, and there is nothing more important to our society, to our system of government, to our values than access to justice. The founders understood that, and to this very day, we know that it is one of the foundations of our society and our country, and in many ways, what makes us different than the rest of the world.